Yes, yes, yes. Back with another one. Back with another banger. Back for some more knowledge. Back for some more gems. Listen, if you haven't watched my previous video, every result starts here. Go and tune into it. It's a really good one where I'll talk about voices in your head. I'll talk about fear, anxiety, doubt, fear of criticism, fear of all these other things, all of these voices that try to take over your mind and then take over how you want to live your life and whatnot. Listen, really good video. Go and check it out. Thank you for all the new subscribers. Thank you for all the new followers on Instagram. Thank you for all the new followers on TikTok. You guys have been doing amazing. I really do appreciate it. But I'm happy for this video because this video is due to be a banger. I've been thinking about this video for like a week now. So yeah, without further ado, let's get the video started, man. Cool. So first of all, I'm gonna ask you a question, right? Imagine you got in a cab and a driver asks you, where do you wanna go, mate? And you're like, just drive, just drive. He looks at you and he's like, okay, cool, because he's gonna get paid anyway, right? So he's like, okay, cool. And then 3 hours later, you're in the drive, you're looking out the window, you start getting frustrated, you start getting angry because you're not where you wanted to be or you're not where you wanted to go. And then you start lashing out on the driver. Hold on a minute. If you ask me, I think that's a bit mental. I think you have to be mentally not there for you to do that. But do you want to know what the funny thing about that is? Is that most people are living their life like that today. That's how most people are generally living their life like that today. They're not choosing where they want to go, but then get upset with wherever life has taken them. This is what we're going to talk about today. And it's going to be deep and it's going to hit home for some people like a ton of bricks. And it's going to be like this, but I need you to understand because this is the reason why a lot of people are not living the life that they want to live, right? Now, I got this concept from Napoleon Hill, his book Outwitting the Devil, where he has an interview with the devil, allegedly, right? And it's basically a book about revealing the devil's greatest tricks that he pulls over in humanity, right? To keep them stuck, to keep them in fear, to keep them limited, to keep them not doing whatever it is they want to do. And he talks about this very same concept, about drifting, right? Drifting. Now, what is drifting? Drifting is basically what I already described, from the person that gets in the cab, has no destination of where they want to go, and gives an instruction, but the instruction is not where they want to go, and then gets upset when they're not where they want to go. That is the definition of a drifter. In other words, a drifter is someone that doesn't choose what they want out of life and then accepts it and calls it fate. That is what a drifter is. A drifter is someone that accepts circumstances for what they are, whatever they are, and just calls it life. And just says, you know what? This is exactly what it is, and this is exactly what life's gonna be. Now I'm gonna show you a couple traits, right? The first one, accepts life for what it is. That's a trait of a non-drifter, accepting life for what it is. For example, imagine you're on a boat. There's no captain on the boat. And then the currents just take the boat anywhere. The currents just take the boat anywhere. And then the boat ends up in Egypt. But the person on the boat, he had the thing that can make the boat move the whole time. But then he's like, I really wanted to go to Spain, but I'm in Egypt, so I guess what it is. Fuck it, can't go anywhere now. The boat took me to Egypt, so I'm just gonna stay here. The person took what life gave it. The person got the person got lemons and just carried on making lemons. He didn't do anything with the lemons. He didn't turn it into lemonade. He just accepted what life gave him. That is a trait of a drifter, accepting what life gives you. If you grew up poor and your mum's poor and your dad's poor and your grandma's poor and your whole family's poor, struggles from living how they want to live, and then you go and accept that and you go and take that from them and say, do you know what, I guess my life's going to be like this too. That is the definition of a drifter, because you haven't actually chose what you want out of life and you decided to blame a circumstance. You decided to blame something that was outside of you for the reason why you're not living the life that you want. That is a trait of a non-drifter. Accepting life for what it is, right? Not choosing. no decision? Are you someone that struggles to make decisions? Are you someone that struggles to choose? Now, I need you to understand this. Not choosing is still choosing. Why? Because even though you didn't choose, you not choosing led you to the place of where you are going now. So you still chose to be there. Just because you chose that, just because you didn't choose that, you did not choose not to be there. Do you get what I mean? You did not choose to not be there. For example, if you are not happy for your life right now, but you are getting the results, cool. You may have not chose to get those results you did not want, but you did not choose not to get those results. Those results didn't bug you enough for you to be like, I'm not getting those results. You didn't make a choice. You simply didn't decide. You simply didn't choose what you want out of life. You simply didn't choose. These kind of intertwined because you accepted what life gave you. You didn't make a decision. And now you're upset with life and you're throwing your toys out the pram because you're not getting what you wanted, but you didn't choose what you wanted in the first place. You didn't choose what you wanted in the first place. Right? And it goes back, I was watching a Bob Proctor seminar the other day and he says, there was a couple and they weren't happy. And he says, why are you guys not happy? And he's like, oh, because we want to buy a house. And he's like, why didn't you go do it then? He's like, because there's no money. And he's like, you don't need any money. And then they're confused, like, what do you mean we don't need any money? And he's like, well, you don't need any money because you haven't chosen to get in the house yet. You simply haven't decided that you want the house. You decided that it is hard to get the house. You have decided that you can't get the house. You didn't decide to have the house. So therefore, you don't need the money in the first place. You don't need the money anyway, vice versa, because you haven't chosen and you haven't decided that's what you want. It's the same aspect. That is a trait of a drifter, someone that doesn't choose what they want out of life. Another trait of a non-drifter, someone that has no plan, no purpose. You have no goal, no target, no nothing. You don't know where you're going to go in life. Like I said, you got in the cab, you said the cab to just drive and then got upset because you're not where you wanted to be. But how can you be somewhere you chose not to go? How do you want to go somewhere you chose not to go? It doesn't really make sense. You have to choose to go there. You have to choose. You need a target. You need something to aim for. You need to reach for the stars. But if you simply don't choose and you have no plan and you have no purpose and then you're upset why you're not living the life that you want, it's because you're drifting. You're floating through life. How? Because you have no plan and no purpose. You have no plan and no purpose. And these are the key traits of a drifter. These are the key traits of the people that are right now floating through life, living a life that they don't want. This is the reason why they're not happy. Now, there's many other different traits, and I can give a few just off the top of my head. Little to no imagination, no enthusiasm, no confidence, has opinions on everything, doesn't do anything that he's not forced to do, starts things off and doesn't finish it. All of these are traits of a drifter, and these are the reasons why they're drifting through life, living a life that they chose not to live, and then generally fully upset. You want to know why half of the UK is miserable? Because they are drifting. The half of the UK is miserable because they are drifting through life, living things, doing things that they generally didn't want to do, and they think the reason's outside of themselves. That's actually the saddest thing about it. They think the reason is outside of themselves. Now I'm going to tell you something right now. Drifting is not bad because of money purposes. It's not bad because you might be a failure. It's not bad for anything like that. Drifting is bad because imagine in 5 years, just listen to this, 5 years, today is June. I don't know what the day is, right? But it's June. In 5 years, it's still going to be June. Time's going to go on regardless. Time's going to pass regardless, no matter what. So the real question is, who are you going to be and where are you going to be? And the second part of that question is that where you chose to go, or is that where life threw you? Is that where you chose to go, or is that where life threw you? Now, you can't get upset, and you can't be upset if that's where life threw you, because you were simply drifting through life. You didn't make a choice. You didn't make a definition. I mean, you didn't make a decision. That is the cost of drifting. That, and to me, my friend, is the biggest cost of anything, because 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years down the line, I don't want to be looking at my life like, I could have done more. I could have done this. I had all this potential inside of me and I just didn't go and get it. It doesn't matter. We all have potential. Having potential and not using that potential is like having a car with gas and nowhere to go. It's fucking pointless. It's fucking pointless. You need to express that potential that you have. Now listen, before I carry on, if you're struggling to express your potential, if you're struggling to get the results that you want, DM me the word goals or ask me a question and we can do a quick call and I can see how I can help you get through whatever it is that you're struggling with. Right? Now that is the bad thing about drifting. It's nothing to do with failure. It's nothing to do with money. It's a simple fact of who are you going to be in 5 years, and that time is going to pass you by regardless. And whether you're happy or not with the results is entirely down to you. It's entirely down to you, my friend. Entirely down to you. All right? Now listen, I'm going to give you a few examples of drifting through life, because I feel like all of this sounds very gloomy and bad, and I know people that probably watch my videos, you probably do have goals and you have certain types of things, but listen, I need you to understand that drifting is more common than you think in any aspect of your life. Right? Like if you drift in one aspect of your life, soon you'll be drifting in all directions, because drifting is a habit. And what do habits do? Habits come in pairs, and habits will keep on quadrupling, and then habits will have a compound effect. And then somewhere along the line in the future, life's just going to be terrible. It's going to pass you by, and you're going to blame everything outside of yourself when the reason was you. Now, before you even get into the what's one thing that I have in common with all of my videos? Everything is down to you. Everything is down to you. You have the power, the potential. You have everything. Everything is inside you. It's not what's outside of you, it's what's inside of you. I need you to understand that. I need you to lock into that. It's to do with you. Everything is to do with you. If you want, everything is to do with you. Right? Now, we're going to talk about a few different aspects of life. Right? We're going to talk about relationships. Relationship, job, health, financial goals. We'll just put it like that, because these are the main aspects of life, right? Now I know some people are probably listening saying, nah, this video didn't resonate. I don't drift from life because I know what I want. Let me ask you a question, right? When it comes to your job, how did you get your job? How did you end up in that career path that you're in right now? Did you choose that? Or did life choose it for you? Because if you didn't choose the job that you're in right now, you're drifting through life, my friend. You're drifting in that aspect of life. In that area of life right now, you're drifting. Because that is not what you chose to do. How did you get the job? Was it just because it was good? Was it just because it was good money? And you thought, you know what, it's good money, it pays the bills, why not? It's not what I actually want to do, but it pays the bills, so I'll take it, why not? Or did you want to do something else, but you were struggling to get into that career, and then you was like, I guess I'll just settle for this one. You're drifting. That is a trait of a drifter. You're drifting through life. You're floating because you haven't consciously made the decision of what you want. Remember, what's the traits of a drifter? Someone that doesn't decide. Someone that doesn't choose what they want. Someone that accepts what life gives them without taking what they want from life. And someone with no plan and no goals. So if you don't have a plan of action or any goals towards that, and you're in a career that you don't like, you're drifting through life, my friend. Unfortunately, I'm sorry to tell you. I told you this video is going to hit like a ton of bricks. I'm sorry to tell you, if you're not doing what you want to do in your career, you are drifting in life. You are drifting in that aspect of life. Did you choose? Did you choose it? That's the question. That's the big question I'm asking you, and you got to be truthful and honest with yourself. Shit, do you know what? The job that I'm in now, is this something that I actually really wanted to do? Did I choose this? Or did I kind of just end up here? Did I kind of just float here? And now I've just kind of settled for less. Shit, I guess I'm drifting. That means you're drifting. Same thing with relationships. Same thing with your relationship. Now, with relationships, it's kind of a little, because you can be unhappy at times, but do you have a plan? Do you have a goal? Oh, we'll go into the after part. You can kind of be unhappy at certain times, but did you choose your partner, or are you just there for comfortability? Are you scared to leave? Or is it this and that? Or is there some other reason? Are you happy? Now, you can be unhappy in relationships, and you can go up and down. But if you chose to be with that person and in relationship, then there's times that it's going to be up or down. There's times that you're willing to go through that struggle. Are you willing to go through that struggle? Or did you just end up there? Or are you just settling for it and you're just accepting the struggle? Are you willing to go through the up and downs? Or is that something you've just settled for? These are the things you got to ask yourself, because if not, you're drifting. Your health, your fitness. Are you the weight that you are right now? If you're not, you're drifting. Did you choose to be that way you're not right now? Did you choose to be fat? Did you choose to be skinny? Did you choose to have no muscle? Did you choose to be unhealthy? Did you choose to not be able to run a 5K? Did you choose this and that? Is that what you wanted? If not, you're drifting. Financial goals. Is this what you wanted out of your life? Is this how much money you wanted to earn? If not, you are drifting. I'm telling you, 90% of people are drifting through life because they're doing things they didn't choose to do. They're doing things they didn't choose to do in aspects of their life, so they're drifting. And then they're wondering why they're unhappy. They're wondering why they're upset. They're wondering why they're feeling down all the time. Because they're doing things they didn't choose to do. It's like going to school. They hate it. That's not what they chose. That's not what they chose. So you're drifting. Did you choose that? Second thing. Do you have a plan / goal? In these areas of your life, do you have a plan or a goal? First thing first, did you choose it? Second, do you have a plan or goal in that aspect of your life? In a relationship, are you planning to get married? Are you planning to have kids? In your career, are you planning to get a promotion? Are you planning for your business to get 10K a month? Do you want your business to get 5K a month? In your health, do you want to be 77 kg? That's me. I have a goal right now. I want to be 77 kg. I have 3 months left, by the way, until I get that 77 kg. Do you have a plan or a goal when it comes to your financial goals? How much do you want to be making per month? How much do you want to have saved? How much do you want to have in the stock market? How much do you want to have here? How much do you want to have there? Do you want to have real estate? Do you want to have this? If you don't have any of that, if you don't have a plan or a goal towards these aspects, you're drifting. You're drifting. Drifting and drifting. This is what I mean. I told you, 90% of people are drifting through life, and they're wondering why they're not getting what they want, because they're drifting. This is it. It's deep. It hits like a ton of bricks. You're probably looking at your life right now like, shit, I got to make a change. This is what I got to do. 100% you got to make a change, because this is the reason why you're unhappy. This is the reason why people are not doing whatever it is that they want to do, but they didn't understand it. And now this is the understanding, because you're drifting. Because you're drifting. Did you choose it? No. Do you have a plan? Do you have a goal? Yes. That's what you need in these aspects, in these areas of your life. Now, without realizing, now don't feel bad if you're drifting, because a lot of people don't realize, they don't notice. How are you going to notice? Because it's the default mode. Drifting is like the default. It's just normal. It's like kind of the normal way to live, where it's like you just think this is the way it is, isn't it? This is life. You just accept it and say, like, yeah, It's how most people live. But then if you understand, if you actually look at the world, that's why. How much was it? I can't remember the actual percentages, but it was like 4% of the population have more money than 96% of the population. That's the answer why, bro. Because the default setting, most people are living on the default setting of just drifting through life. Drifting through life. Before I even said, do you have a plan or goal? I should have said, do you know what you want? Because that's another key thing when it comes to drifting. Do you know what you want out of your job? Do you know what you want out of your goals? Do you know what you want out of this health? Do you know what you want out of your relationship? Because in order to know what you want, then you have to decide. So then you have to make a plan or goal. And then once you've decided, you now have a chance to make a plan or a goal, because that's the target. That's what you're reaching towards. It's deep. If you don't have these things in these aspects or these areas of your life, then you're drifting. You're drifting through life. Now, what's the one thing that there's all in common? What's the one thing? It's not that they lack intelligence. It's not that they lack potential. It's not that they lack anything. It's the fact of the matter that they lack the ability to make the decision of what they want from life. They lack the ability to make the decision from what they want out of life. And I think that's a common theme with all of my videos. And that's what I tell you people all the time. You need to learn what you want and then choose what you want and get what you want out of life, because it's not hard. Life is not, no, opportunities are there every day. Every time a door closes, opportunity opens the same day, same week. It's the same thing. It's normal. It's nothing. But people are too scared. People think opportunities don't come. People think, and then they get wrapped in their mind and then they get stuck. It's not the way, bro. You can get anything you want out of life. It's simple. And it's the same thing. I remember what Old Nightingale said, and I didn't understand this quote until now. And it's a simple matter of fact. It's like, you are successful if you're doing what you want to do. Being successful has nothing to do with money. It has everything to do with choosing what you want to do with life. Because 90% of people don't choose what they want out of life. Hence the reason why most of the people in the UK are miserable. Have you seen them on the way to work in the morning? They're sad, bro. They're upset because they're living a life they didn't want to live. They're doing a job they don't want to do. They're in a marriage that they didn't want to leave for years. And then they're miserable, they're upset, and then they take out on everyone else in the whole world. Bro, you can't take that shit out on me. It's not my fault you living your life like that. I didn't choose that for you. You chose. Remember, not choosing is still choosing. So you chose that shit. Own that. Take accountability. Make a change now. It's the reason why I make these videos, bro. I'm just trying to help. That's all. Pushing value. Choose. Make a change. Most people are not choosing what they want out of life and then blaming circumstances or blaming everything else or blaming the lack of money for certain things. I was reading The Alchemist the other day and it made sense. He says in the book, it's basically about chasing your dreams and your goals and your purpose. And there was something that it said, and it was like, and it's not even just in The Alchemist. I also heard it from Deepak Chopra, and it's like, when you go for what your heart desires, your dream, your goals, your purpose, right? When you go for that, the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, does everything in its power to help you along the way get there. It does everything in its power, because what have you done? Because you have chosen. Because you have directly chosen that is what you want to do. And that's all God wants for his children. That's all he wants. For you to live the life that you want, not what someone else has chosen for you. Not what someone else has chosen for you. And that is what a drifter is. A drifter lives life through a life that he did not choose to live. Other people chose it for him. He let life swing him round the fences like fucking Spider-Man or like Venom, hitting him from place to place without realizing he had total control the whole time. Stop drifting through life. Stop floating. Start making decisions. Start choosing what you want. I'm telling you, it's deep. It's real life. Drifting is a big thing without you even realizing. People probably didn't even realize there was drifting this whole time. Drifting through life, not knowing where they're gonna go. It's deep. Not knowing where you wanna go. Oh my gosh, scary, bro. Imagine living like, it's scary. Not knowing what you wanna do, it's scary. It's absolutely scary. It's absolutely scary. Let me just wipe this board properly. Cool. And now we're just going to get into the solutions. And I think the solution is easy. And I hope you're taking notes. And I hope you're listening. And I hope this is internalized. And I hope, because this is key. This is a big thing. You can, just taking this on, you can change your life just like that. Bro, I'm living the life that I want to live right now, bro. Right now. Do you know what's crazy? I used to be a drifter. When I used to deep it. I used to be a drifter. Doing things I didn't really want to do. Letting my environment choose circumstances for me, but then it tricks me into thinking I chose it. Get me? I used to sell drugs, bro. I went to jail twice. Did I choose that life though? Not really, I didn't. Yes, I may have chose to do it at the time, but I let circumstances and other things outside of me make those decisions for me. So I kind of ended up floating through life and then took it like that. So then I started trying to make money. But then I chose trading. And now it makes sense. Now I'm happy now because I'm living a life that I chose to live successfully. I'm very successful because 90% of people don't choose what they want. I'm choosing to be on it. I'm choosing to film right now. I'm choosing to start my YouTube to help people and give value. I'm choosing to start this coaching business. I'm choosing. This is everything I chose to do. None of this is by fate. None of this is by choice. None of this is by other people's actions. This is about me because this is my life. This is how I want to live my life. The question is, how do you want to live yours? And what's stopping you? And why are you letting other people stop you from living the life that you want? Why are you letting life swing you about? And why are you taking life and saying this is exactly what it is? Because life is not that. It's not that. You can have your cake and eat it too. You can get anything you want out of life. The first thing you have to do is decide. The first thing you have to do is choose. So, how do we solve drifting? How do we not become a drifter? The first thing. Know what you want. Know what you want, my friend. Know what you want out of life. Me? What do I want? I want a fantastic life. I want to be able to travel, go wherever the fuck it is that I want, provide for my kids, provide for my family, provide for my woman, provide for my mum, provide for everybody. I just want to make sure my life's lit. I want to make sure my people are cared for. I want to make sure I don't have any money problems. I want to make sure that I help people. I want to make sure that I render a beautiful service to people. I can help them better their lives in the same way that I've been able to better mine. That's what I want out of life. I want the top-notch quality out of life. I want the best. I want the finest things out of life. I don't want the bottom of the barrel. I don't want what life gives me. That's the first thing. Know what you want. Know what you want out of life. And the second thing, once you know what you want out of life, fucking decide that shit. Decide. Make a decision, bro. Decide everything. Make decisions. Make decisions. Because what's one thing that all of those people had in common that when they were drifting? It was that they didn't make a decision. They didn't choose what they want out of life. They didn't say, this is what I want and this is what I'm going to get. Hence the reason why they didn't get what they want. Because they didn't know what they want, so they couldn't choose what they want. Hence the reason why they got nothing. That's what happens. If you don't ask, you don't get, right? If you don't make a decision, you don't get. It's the same fucking thing. Make a decision. Learn to make definite decisions in all aspects of your life. If you don't know what car you want to go, make a decision and live with it, bro. If you don't like the car, get a different one. Put it back, sell it and then get a different one. Make a decision about your relationship. Do you want this or do you not? Do you want to go for this or not? Make a decision. Make a decision about the job that you want. Do you want to go for this job or not? Forget circumstances. Forget anything outside of you. Do you want this or not? If this is what you really want, then go out and get that shit, bro. Stop stunting around, stop stuttering, stop hesitating, none of that's worth it. It's not gonna get you what you want. It's not gonna get you to wherever it is that you wanna go. Stop drifting through life. Take what you want from life. Take it. I'm telling you, make decisions. Make definite decisions. Once you've made a decision, this goes hand in hand. Have a plan. Have a plan, have a goal, have a target. As you know, we know why these are important. We know why having goals and having targets and having things are important. One, because of motivation, but two, because the mind is a goal-seeking mechanism. So it's going to find you a way to get there, regardless. Two is because it's a direction. Now you know where you're going. Now you have somewhere where you're leaning towards. It's like when you have a bow and arrow. If you're an archery, if you're an archer and you have a bow and arrow, and someone says just shoot, you're going to say where? You have nowhere to shoot. You're going to be confused. You're going to be lost. You're drifting through life. You're floating. But now if someone puts a target in front of you, everything fucking changes. You now have a target and you're flinging that shit. Chung, chung, chung. You're going ham. You're going insane. Why? Because you had a target. Once you had a plan, once you had a definite goal, once you had a target, once you had all of this, everything changed. Life works the same way. Have a target and everything will change. Have something you're working towards. And once you have that thing that you're working towards, make sure you have a deadline, because that shit will make you move. That shit will make you move. You will fly. I'm telling you. You will fly because you feel like you're racing against time. Second, right? Last but not least, and this is a big one, because too many people are doing this. This is a big one. Right? Don't accept what you don't want from life. Uh-oh. This is a big one. Don't accept what you don't. My camera died. I've got to be really quick because it's going to die and I don't want to lose this. Don't accept what you don't want from life. Stop taking from life whatever life gives you. If that is what you don't want out of life, if that's a job that you don't want, don't take it. If that's the career that you don't want, if that's the relationship you don't want, don't take it. If that's the financial goals you don't want, don't take it. If that's the circumstances that you're getting, don't fucking take it. And say that's life, because that's not life. You can get whatever it is that you want. You just got to decide it, and you got to choose, and you got to push, and you got to sacrifice and say, do you know what? I'm going to do everything in my power to get that. Because circumstances don't make the man, you make the circumstance. Man, make the circumstance. You go and make it. Don't accept what you don't want from life, because too many people are doing that. Because you're only going to have yourself to blame. Because when you're on your deathbed, 20, 30 years, 50 years, 60 years from now, God forbid, but when you're on your deathbed, it's only you that's going to be looking back at your life like, I did everything I didn't want to do. I did everything I didn't want to do, and that's just not life. That's just not right. And you're going to be sitting there upset. And then that's when the fear of death is going to hit you the most. Because you're going to be like, I didn't do what I wanted to do. I didn't get what I wanted to get out of life. I didn't take my full potential and express it into the world. Because I was scared. Because I just accepted what life gave me. I ain't accepting shit what I don't want. If I want a bigger car and a better car, I'm going to go and get that. If I want more money in my bank account, I'm going to go and get that. If I want a better house, I'm going to go and get that. If I want more money in my business, I'm going to go and get that. I'm not accepting no little thing. If I'm not happy with 5K, don't let someone come and tell you and be like, oh, 5K a month is good. If I'm not happy with that shit, I'm not happy with that shit. I want more. I'm not accepting that, because I've got a bigger dream, I've got bigger goals, I've got bigger things, and bigger fish to fry. Don't accept what you don't want from life, no matter what it is, no matter how good it may be to other people. And don't let other people's opinions dictate what you're going to live in your life. Are you a drifter or are you a non-drifter? After this video, you should be a non-drifter. You should be flying through life. I just gave you the blueprint and the recipe. And the reason why I'm rushing is because the camera, and I don't want it to die. Right? Well, it's already died, but I'm just trying to finish it. So if you enjoyed this video, like, follow, subscribe. Don't be afraid to ask questions in the comments. Don't be afraid. If you need help, reach out. I'll help you, bro. Don't let your pride get the best of you. Don't let your ego get the best of you. I will reach out. All right? Listen, thank you. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Peace.